CasiOak G-Shock holds a special place in the hearts of all of us at Fratello. Almost all of the team members own one or more G-Shocks that get plenty of wrist time. I own 5 different models that I still wear regularly when going out to play tennis. G-Shocks look good, have a ton of functions, and can take a serious beating. What more could you want? With the 40th anniversary of the G-Shock brand approaching, we decided to create a list of our 10 favorite G-Shock models. Hopefully, this top 10 will shed a light on the incredible number of great models that the brand has released over the last 4 decades. Let's find out more. When we discussed a list of the 10 best G-Shocks, the first question was how to approach it. With thousands of different references, it is impossible to objectively pinpoint the absolute best releases. As such, we decided to pick 10 different models that serve as a reminder of the brand's great legacy. While 40 years of G-Shock is nowhere near as impressive a legacy as some of the Swiss brands that we all know and love, it is a long time. To help you find the right model, we've listed the best G-Shock watches 2024 and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you, and as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 6, G-Shock DW-5000C. My first pick is the first G-Shock DW-5000C that was introduced in 1983. The watch displayed the results of what G-Shock mastermind Kiku Ide had in mind. The DW-5000C featured a solid metal inner casing. This was placed in a plastic outer case with ample space to dampen shocks. It also features a screw-in metal case back, a resin bezel, and a strap for comfort and impact protection. The original case design is legendary, and watches with this shape are known as squares. The watch came equipped with a 240 module. This module had several functions that would become standard across the collection. It featured the time in both a 12-hour and 24-hour display, a daily alarm, a 60-minute stopwatch, a 12-hour countdown timer, an automatic calendar, and a backlight. Finding an original 1983 DW-5000C is possible. Expect to pay roughly between €750 and €2,000 depending on the condition. Number 5, G-Shock DW-5000C Mudman. The G-Shock DW-5000C was introduced in 1985 and was constructed with a dustproof and mudproof structure. This is why it is known among G-Shock enthusiasts as the original Mudman. You could also label this the first oversized G-Shock, and gracing Arnold Schwarzenegger's wrist in the film The Running Man certainly helped to make it look substantial. The DW-5000C was also equipped with a G-Shock module 240. Obviously, the watch was built to withstand all kinds of abuse and was water-resistant to 200 meters. The watch came with an accuracy of plus or minus 15 seconds per month and a battery life of 7 years. This model is legendary amongst true G-Shock enthusiasts. The original DW-5000C is extremely rare. Prices differ greatly depending on the condition, but expect to pay between €500 and €1,000 easily. Number 4, G-Shock DW-6901V. The biggest introduction of the 1990s was the iconic G-Shock 6900 series. The first 5 DW-6900 models were introduced in March of 1995 with a round case shape, a triple graph layout, and a big button on the front. The G-Shock DW-6901V is generally considered the first third-eye model. The case of the DW-6900 is substantially bigger at 53.2mm x 50mm x 16.3mm. But a weight of just 67 grams made the watch very easy to wear. Casio introduced the DW-6900 with a 1289 module, which was replaced in 2011 by the 3230 module with an updated calendar. The watch features the familiar list of functions that we know from other models. Finding an original G-Shock DW-6901V from 1995 is tough. Expect to pay between €200 and €500 for one. One in good condition might go for a lot more. Number 3, G-Shock GBD-H2000 CasiOak. I vividly remember when the G-Shock GBD-H2000 came out in 2019. G-Shock fans and enthusiasts of mechanical watches alike were impressed by this new release and dubbed it the CasiOak. It takes the familiar octagonal bezel shape of the Royal Oak and puts a perfect G-Shock spin on it. But it was never conceived to resemble the Royal Oak. The G-Shock designers wanted to create an evolved Anna-Digi version of the iconic DW-5000. The CasiOak combines a 48.3mm x 11.5mm case with an analog time display, and the results are a perfect next step for G-Shock. The first 3 models were the stealthy black version you see pictured, G2100-101. a bright red one, G-2104A, and a black version with white hands, indices, and text on the bezel, G-2101A. After that, a string of great releases followed, but the first three started a new era for G-Shock, and at €99, they're incredibly affordable. Number 2, G-Shock MRG-B5000D-1DR. Fratello's resident G-Shock expert Gerard wrote a very nice article about the premium G-Shock Square series. The premium titanium square MRG-B5000D-1DR and MRG-B5000D-1DR perfectly show the power and relevance of the almost 4-decade-old design. But they are so much more than a light titanium version of the iconic square. The watches are made of Trantixi titanium with bezels and a cobarium metal alloy. They also feature a multi-piece bezel construction and come equipped with sapphire crystals. Additionally, the overall quality and finishing are magnificent. At €3,500 for the silver-colored MRG-B5000B1DR and €4,000 for the black MRG-B5000D1DR, they are expensive. But if you have a chance, try them on your wrist. These two watches are nothing short of impressive. It's another next step for G-Shock that we here at Fratello just... Number 1. G-Shock GBD-H2000 fitness watch with heart rate monitor. The GBD-H2000 improves on the popular GBD-H1000 fitness watch with the addition of a gyroscope that adds supports to more activities such as biking, swimming, and gym workouts. It is also over 35% lighter at just 63 grams. The training measurement and analysis functions are now powered by a database and algorithms by established wearable company Polar, and the watch provides blood oxygen measurement and cardio load status. The G-Shock GBD-H2000 is equipped with 6 sensors, including an optical heart rate monitor, step counter, gyroscope, pressure sensor, altimeter and barometer, compass with auto-horizontal compensation, and thermometer. It also has GPS, which is mainly used to measure distance and pace. It can also display location coordinates on the watch for the current position. The GBD-H2000 has an MIP LCD, which is the best digital display available in a G-Shock. The watch also has solar-assisted charging, but if using more than the most basic timekeeping and step-counting features, USB charging is also needed. The GBD-H1000 also has smartphone messaging notifications and vibration alerts, and it is one of the few G-Shock watches that can sync the time anywhere in the world from a GPS signal. The GBD-H2000 is simply one of the most advanced and versatile G-Shock watches available, providing many useful features to athletes, outdoors people, and world travelers.